Hello there, Sir from 17 once again, and I'm bringing you some Crysis 2 multiplayer. And this is on the map Pier 17. And this is the second game I've ever had of Crysis 2 online. And to this day, right as of this moment, I've only had 3. Because I think I've had my fill with Crysis 2 online, truth be told. And that doesn't mean that the game isn't good, because the online isn't... It's not too bad. It's just, when I was playing it, I wasn't really enjoying it. I didn't really get that feel that I get on a multiplayer that hooks me, so I'll probably not be doing many more commentaries for this, because I've got 2 games. I would have had 3, but the first capture failed. It wasn't a great game anyhow, but unless some of my friends get it or something like that, I'll probably not be posting many more. But I have learnt a couple of things with my time with the game online in all of my 3 matches, and that is that the stealth rules this game, because everybody uses the cloak, and it was my original pretense that I was going to try not to run in this game. I was going to try not to use the cloak, and I was just going to focus on the armor. But there are gunfights I've had where I was in armor shooting on target, they weren't in armor shooting on target, and I died first. And I have absolutely no idea why that is the case. I mean, a guy gets me with his pistol here, which is fucking embarrassing. I mean, look at this. The dude's just like sniping with a pistol and he still manages to clean me up. I had armor on and everything, and I don't know. To me, the game feels a little bit unbalanced, and in my personal opinion, I think the abilities kill what would be a good multiplayer. And I know when you reach level 28, you do unlock a playlist where there is no nanosuit abilities, but I'm not going to get to level 28 on this game because it's just, I don't know, I don't think it's that great. But it is fun, and like another thing that gets me with it is the kill streak rewards. When you pick up the dog tags, if you don't know this, you do get a reward for it. It's very similar to Call of Duty. It's like 3, 5, 7, and I haven't got to 7 yet because I mean I seem to die a lot on this game. It seems to be unavoidable when everybody's invisible, and the maps are so big as well. One thing I've learnt about PS17 is I would never vote for this map ever again because it was fucking huge and nobody moved. But the kill streaks just don't seem to be rewards. They don't seem to do much. That orbital strike seems pretty fucking useless unless you know the map so well. You know where the areas that aren't completely covered in roofs are. And the UAV's pretty good, but I don't know. It's just not my game. And I'm willing to admit that because there's probably a lot of people right now that are really enjoying it. It's just I just couldn't get into it. And I really wanted to take this red dot sight off the SCAR because it was bugging me. But when I pick up a guy's gun that has the iron sight, the auto aim on this game is fucked. I was aiming at a guy and it was literally taking control away from me as it was dragging with him when I was trying to keep him in my sights, and I didn't like that at all. And I don't know, maybe it's just, this multiplayer is not designed for me. But I come up here, and don't ask me how I get the double kill there. I got lucky with 1 spray. I clean him up, clean up his body, and I just seem to spend so much time in this map walking around looking for people. And that's not how I like to play a multiplayer. It shouldn't be about finding people. It should be about controlling the map and controlling your engagements and things like that. And this game just seems to be like, walk around in your cloak, make sure you don't get too low on energy just in case you see someone else who's walking around in the cloak, and then you have a gunfight. And I mean, watch this. I realised that my energy went down and that's why I died, but I don't know. There are gunfights on this game that I think I should win and I don't win, and I don't know if it has to do with the connection, because truth be told, even though it says I'm on a 2-bar, I didn't really see that much lag. That might be because I'm not used to the game, because enemies on this game do take a fucking ton of damage, and I don't like that at all. But it can't be helped, because the shooting mechanics themselves are pretty loose, and putting them into a multiplayer just goes to show how imprecise they are compared to other games that are a bit more down my alley. But this is far from a bad multiplayer, and I've played a few. So if you're interested in picking up Crysis 2 and you're wondering what the multiplayer's like, definitely give it a shot. Like I say, I've played 3 matches and I probably won't play much more because I didn't find it satisfying. Right now I get kind of lucky because that guy's looking at 2 of us and I managed to clean him up as well. It is pretty weird getting used to running towards the bodies to pick things up when you kill them, because it's not something that comes naturally to me when I play. And when you shoot at distance as well, you can you do see hit markers, but because they're so close to your aim, you can't really tell that you're hitting things, and it's a little bit disheartening because there'll be times when you're shooting at long range and you just feel like you're not doing anything, and that really annoyed me. And it's a shame as well, because if they stripped the energy out of this game, it would be a really fast shooter. I mean, watch this. That looked like a one bullet kill. Oh, I didn't watch the kill cam, but I can almost guarantee you that guy probably shot me once or twice, and for whatever reason I died super fast, because that seems to be what this game facilitates. And another thing that irritated me was the loading. When it comes to getting in a game, it seems to take an inordinate amount of time to actually throw you in an encounter, which kind of sucks. It could do with a Team Deathmatch Express, because watching them loading screens is not cool. It really isn't cool. Well, cruise up here, put my cloak on once again, because after the first game of not using cloak, I realised that you've pretty much got to, because everybody else is. And yeah, it doesn't make a cool game when everyone's running around completely, well, practically invisible, because it just slows things down. And you get situations right now where I have no idea where anybody is, and there's so many people sniping on this match that it's a case of you don't want to go too far out in the open, because you're going to get picked off by the guy that's got a little bit more experience than you. And oh, see ya, dude. Clean him up. It takes far too many bullets. If they'd only tweak that ever so slightly to being a 2 to 4 bullet kill, this multiplayer would feel so much more satisfying. It's just, you seem to put far too much damage into dudes, and sometimes they'll drop, sometimes they won't, and obviously if you see that honeycomb effect on him, it means they're wearing armor, but even if they're not wearing armor, sometimes you can take a ridiculous amount of punishment. One thing I do like about the game is the matchmaking system that they've got, where you can actually pick to, if you're under level 10, it'll throw you into games with people that are under level 10 and nothing else. So if you're new at the game and you're not confident in a playlist, you can jump in with other people that are new at the game. And I think that's a fantastic idea, because there's nothing worse than being thrown into a game and getting absolutely dick slapped by a bunch of people with better guns, better upgrades, and just better knowledge of the game. And in this, I did come across maybe a couple level 9s, so they're, you know, close to the end of their whatever this playlist is called. But even then, they didn't have that much of an edge. They just, you know, were a little bit sharper and a little bit used to how the game worked and how it flows. But I don't know. There is a charm to the game. Maybe when you've got a couple of buddies, it becomes a completely different entity. But I just wasn't digging it. And there might be a few of you thinking, well, you weren't playing it right, or you weren't, you know, doing well. And to those people, I led every lobby I was in. My very first game, I got the achievement for having, you know, the highest score on my team. And I don't know. I mean, just then I got a nice double kill, but I didn't feel that feeling I get when I kill people on Call of Duty, or like even on Rainbow Six, when you cleared a room of dudes on Rainbow Six, it felt so satisfying. In Gears of War, if you ran through a full team with your shotgun on Gears of War, I had practically like milking nipples just at the prospect of that, and I didn't feel it with this. And this is the orbital drop, and you'll notice I don't mess about with it because I don't know what I'm doing. I drop it there, I think I get one kill, but I don't know, there's a lot of potential, but I'm not going to say Crysis 3 is going to do a better job, because we all know what Crytek are like, and it takes them so fucking long to do things. But here again, once again, I'm cruising around with my stealth on, trying to look for dudes, no real idea where people are. I can hear a sniper rifle cracking off. The spawns are a little bit interesting as well, because they flip at some pretty inopportune times. I've got another game I'm going to be throwing up probably tomorrow, which is on City Hall, and it's the third of my 3 games I had with it. And I kill, I think, 2 or 3 people. I go on a little bit of a tear. And then as I go in cover to regenerate my energy, the spawns are flipped and like 3 dudes run behind me and just rape me. But I don't know, maybe I will do a few more games, because I have unlocked the creator class and it has enabled me to choose my perks, or whatever you call them, the upgrades. So I think I've chosen the better armor upgrade, ninja, which is like scout or something on here, which makes your footsteps quieter, so I can try and sound whore, because the sound on this game is a little bit unbalanced. You can hear movement a lot, but if you get shot, it seems to be the loudest thing ever. It sounds like somebody's slamming you with a car, which I don't really understand, but you know, they do what they want. A quick update then before the video ends. I've completely recorded my Mass Effect 2 The Arrival DLC walkthrough on Insanity. I just need to commentate that, and that'll be coming up hopefully over the weekend. I've got a couple of these Crysis 2 multiplayers to throw up. and then fingers crossed, I'll probably be putting the Castlevania guide up when I can finally get down to commentating on that one. But this has been Crysis 2, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's a nice little glimmer into the universe that is. And once again, you take care now.